And let's see the whole thing. There you go. Alright, so this is meant for people who are not already familiar with Skullgirls. I'm going to go over Valentine's bread and butter combo and basically explain kind of everything that you might need to know in order to do this combo, all the things that you might find tricky, all the places you might get stuck, and hopefully allow you to learn perhaps your first bread and butter combo in Skullgirls. Apologies for my throat, I've been very sick this week. You basically want to start off with your crouch, and you're going to input this launcher, which is that heavy punch there, and you're going to want to preemptively hold diagonally up left. You can see it over there. And what's going to happen when you buffer this is you're going to get what's called a super jump. Essentially, you're going to crouch and do this heavy punch, and you're going to immediately switch to the diagonal. Like that. And I would say to practice things like this one step at a time. Don't try to do the whole combo all at once. You're just trying to get consistent at each individual piece. Now the next thing you want to be able to do is jump, super jump, and input a heavy punch right as you jump. Like this. So you'll hit her at the height of your jump. And if you notice, the instant she starts going up in the air, your heavy punch should come out like that. And if you notice, I actually input it before I was in the air. This is a game that has a buffer, so you can buffer inputs frame perfectly. So you want to do that. So there you go. Now, all you have to do after that heavy punch is hit heavy kick. It does 2850. That's actually kind of a lot of damage. You can do really bad combos that do approximately the same amount of damage. That was way more hits. Now the damage multiplier is already at 0.3. That's why that kind of combo with all those multi-hits at the start is very bad. We did the same amount of damage with this bread and butter. But our damage multiplier is still 0.875. That's why move choice is really important. Don't be afraid to make your own custom combos, but the reason you're copying a bread and butter is that somebody else already figured out what sort of the optimal moves are to do first in the combo, and then how you're going to get maximum value by the end. That's why you copy other people's homework when you can. So you're going to do this. Super jump, heavy punch, heavy kick. As soon as my heavy punch is out, I'm already pressing heavy kick. So now the tricky part of this combo is the bypass. So you're going to input these bypasses with a quarter circle. If you don't know what a quarter circle is, you can see my joystick at the bottom. I'm going down and then forward. It's a quarter circle forward. Now we are going to use heavy first, and then on the way back we'll use medium. What we're going to do is as soon as the second hit of the heavy kick hits, you're going to input that quarter circle. Now, if you don't know, in order to set save states, you use the start and select buttons. One of them saves the state and reloads it, and then if you hold it down, it deletes the state. So I want you to not try and do this whole combo, but just do the pieces like this. You want to be able to do this every single time, over and over again. Now, the next part is a little tricky. You're just going to bypass back in the other direction, but the key is that you need to let the other character fall a tiny, tiny bit. You don't want to input it instantly, because you'll actually miss. Like that, if you do it too fast. But if you let them fall too much, it'll mess up the rest of the combo. So this is sort of one of those timing things that you got to get down. You basically just take a beat, and then you're able to continue the rest of the combo. So we're going to do our 2 dashes, and then we are going to air dash. I have a macro on my left trigger. If you have a fight stick, it's a lot easier to just input it with the 2 buttons. Or, I mean, you could set it to a macro if you want. I just find it a little awkward to try and hit 2 face buttons on the controller at the same time, or like use the bumper. So I like to use a macro. It's probably scrubby, but whatever. The trick with this dash is that you pretty much just want to do it immediately, and you want to hit the medium punch again after a small delay. So it's a bit of an exercise in timing. And of course, after 3 hits, that's when you want to hit with the heavy kick. You pretty much always want to do 3 hits. It's pretty much non-negotiable. You have to get that timing down just right. However, if you know that you're low, you can do fewer hits, right, so that you fall less. So, for example, if I do this pretty late, then I'm able to sort of continue the combo by only doing 2 hits. So you can make an adjustment like that, but typically I find that you want to do 3 hits of medium punch, and it's basically non-negotiable. After these 2 hits, so now after that body bag, you're going to land and jump and instantly light punch. So this is the same thing where you put that diagonal input up and you hit light punch. You should be able to hit Fukuwa in the face with a rising light punch. All you have to do is input the 2 things at the same time, and the buffer will take care of the timing for you. So practice this a little bit. Just try hitting her in the face. I don't think you have to be this perfect for this follow-up, but essentially that's what you're going to want to do. So you're going to land and instantly light punch like that. And then you're just going to do the same thing. You're going to do some medium punch inputs. Alright, once you jump and do another string of medium punches and your heavy kick, you need to do something kind of tricky to get her back on the ground. You need to use your medium kick. So the funny thing about Valentine's medium kick is that it makes her float, and that's really bad actually, but we don't have another move that's better for this situation than the first hit of medium kick. So what we actually want to do is interrupt the second hit of medium kick with heavy punch. So it's going to look just like this, except we're going to do this while we're falling, and so the heavy punch is actually not going to come out. I'm going to make a save state here. There. So this is a situation we're in. She's in the air, we're in the air, we're falling, she's going up, and we want to use our air dash. Remember, we landed and jumped with the light punch, so we've got our air dash back. So we're going to air dash, and then what we're going to do is our medium kick, and we're just going to tap heavy punch after the knee hits. Like that. So that's what it looks like if we don't tap the heavy punch. We get this kick. So what we're going to do is tap that heavy punch to cancel the medium kick. And then we're going to hit our straight or standing light punch. Now once you've landed her back on the ground, I highly recommend you practice this entire part right here on the ground separately from the entire rest of the combo. Get perfect at this and then practice the rest of the combo. Practice the string 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 special super. You're going to do a little over 7,000 damage. Again, right when this hits is when you input your special, and then when your special hits, you input your super. That's how canceling works in this game. You're going to have to be confident in your left hand with your stick inputs, but if you're having a lot of trouble, it's probably timing. It's really quick. You got to put those in super, super quick, back to back. And let's see the whole thing. There you go. And that's how you sort of more consistently do Valentine's bread and butter combo. If you have any problems with any of the links that I demonstrated in the video, please put it in the comments. And I hope that you have an easier time getting consistent at this than I did, because I have spent a lot of time in practice mode doing this exact thing. Yeah. So I got it pretty consistent now. And if you land all the multi-hits and stuff, apparently you can, you know, get that number a little higher. But yeah, that's it. If you want me to cover anything else, please let me know in the comments. Please subscribe. We have like literally 4 subscribers or whatever. So if you could hit the red button, that would be very appreciated by me specifically. So thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in to Jam and East. We're going to have some more highlight videos and stuff coming to the channel. So if you like just watching people play, I'll put memes and jokes and stuff in there. So I hope you find that enjoyable. And otherwise, maybe I'll do some more tutorial videos if you guys like this one. So thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it.
I could have done anything.
Not only did I accidentally use my bar, you punched me out of it too. You punished my misinput. I'm very upset by this development.